We all have those experiences in our lives that we feel like we've accomplished something, that we've become the heroes of the fantasy stories. We've gone on a long journey and come to the end of it. And we've finally found out what all the hard stuff was for. And we've looked upon valleys and green meadows of a mountain that we didn't even know existed. I recently had an experience like this. I was fortunate enough to be able to go to Teton Science School, high school field ecology, and during that time we went on a hike, a backpacking trip, 4 days in the wilderness, and up Granite Canyon in the Tetons, if you know where that is. But Granite Canyon is a pretty steep canyon. It's not a nice little rise like, the boardwalks. It's not the boardwalks at Old Faithful Inn at all. It's a pretty strenuous hike, and we packed everything we were going to need for 4 days on our backs. 40 pounds or 45 pounds each. And we set out, and by the end of day one, I was sore, to say the least, and I was ready to quit. And luckily I didn't, because I got to experience something that was amazing. On the second day, it was a little bit steeper, but we made it, and we got to our camping spot, which was in the Alaska Basin, over the Tetons. So we actually climbed from the front side to the Tetons to sort of the backside, but not really the backside. We were still up on top and of the Teton Range, and we were in this Alaska Basin, and this beautiful crystal lake laid out before us in this beautiful valley. And if I had quit back when I wanted to, I would never have gotten to see that lake. That wasn't the most amazing thing. The next day, we were going to have a rest day, change of plans, and we got to go sledding in July because there was snow where we were at, and that was pretty fun. But we climbed this mountain called 9925, and it was a lot like, if you've read Lord of the Rings, it's a lot like Weathertop, its shape. It was very steep at the top, and so it was a hill, and then it smoothed out flat ground, and then it was the mountain that went up gently, and then it was rocks, and then a flat top mountain. And when we got to the top, we could see everything. We could see everything we'd been looking at, and we took a group photo up there. There was 8 of us plus our 3 leaders, and we took a group photo up there, and it was awesome. I mean, we did it together, and so, teamwork. I wouldn't have been able to make it without my friends. And so that's the moral of my story, is teamwork is essential to getting through the tough times in life, and friends. And I've had a lot of experiences where I thought I could do it alone, but this really taught me that I didn't have to do things alone. And it was really cool on top of that mountain. And you hear people say, I had a top of the mountain experience, but literally I had a top of the mountain experience. If you ever hear that saying, that means I'm on top of the world. I'm really high up in the clouds. I'm really happy. But actually climbing a mountain and going to the top of it, it's like I finally knew what all those sayings meant, what people meant by them. And so it was like I actually climbed a mountain, and it was not the easiest thing with 40 pounds of weight on your back. And so you keep going, I guess, is the moral of my story, is when you feel like quitting, keep going, because you never know what you'll find at the top of the mountain. So thank you.